Welcome to the 1204. I have no problem with paying a prostitute for sex. I also have no problem in admitting paying a prostitute for sex. I believe a man paying a prostitute for sex, I believe that is the most honest relationship that a man and a woman can have, especially this day and age. It doesn't get more honest than a man paying a prostitute for sex. I am 37 years of age and I have been paying for sex for over 20 years. I refer to myself as the whore connoisseur. I can tell you anything you want to know about whores. That is my speciality. The reason why I call it the most honest relationship a man can have with a woman is because this day and age, in romantic situations, people are not going to be fully honest. Let me give you an example. When I go to see a prostitute, which the majority of time would take place in a apartment, possibly a apartment that she actually lives in. So when you go to a brass's house, for those of you who is unfamiliar with the term brass, a brass is a Cockney word for prostitute. So it's just a London slang for prostitute, just in case you guys are a bit confused. And if I use the word punter, I'm referring to what you Americans will call a trick. A punter is somebody that pays for sex. And I am one of the biggest punters going. Anyway, so when I've called up a brass and when I go to her place of business, I know what I'm there for. She knows what I'm there for. I know what she wants. She knows what I want. I give her the money, and then she, in return, gives me that GFE, girlfriend experience, for 1 hour. And that could set you back £150 to £250, depending on the girl. Normally, the older brasses who are aging, they will charge £150. And whereas the younger ones can charge between 200 and 250, etc., etc. So I know what I'm there for. She knows what I'm there for. I give her the money, she gives me that GFE, bish bash bosh. I leave her premises and I go back to my real life. She don't need to call me. I don't need to call her. She's not going to call a nag. It's very affordable. It's practical. And that is one of the best ways you can actually create a situation where there's no strings attached. Because you've got guys out here who will tell a woman, promise her the world. And all he wants is a no strings attached situation. Well, hello, this is the best way to get no strings attached, by getting with a brass. A lot of people don't admit to paying for brasses because there is a stigma attached to that. Men who pay for brasses are lambasted. People see it as oh, you have to pay for a woman to sleep with you. You can't get anything. You can't get no girls. You don't get no pussy. So you gotta pay for it. A lot of black men lambast men who pay for brasses. But I want to point something out to you. Because the only difference between me and a lot of you black men out there, especially black men like Shannon Sharpe, is that I know I am a trick. I know I am a punter. Whereas these guys don't know they are punters. They don't know they are tricks. Let me tell you something right now. The majority of men you see today are tricks. The majority of women you see today are nothing but brasses, are nothing but prostitutes. And let me tell you something. I've been punting for 20 years, more than 20 years. I have not had any issues with paying for sex. Let me tell you something. I believe it's better to be on my side of the fence. Let me tell you why. Because when you have a man who does not know he is a trick, who does not know he is a punter, and when you have a woman who does not know she is a prostitute, who does not know she is a brass, that, my friend, is the recipe for disaster. Let's have a look at this fool, Shannon Sharpe. Because I believe Shannon Sharpe would have been one of the men who would lambast men like myself for paying for brasses. Let's have a look at this situation. Shannon is in a position he is right now because he did not know he is a punter. He did not know that he is a trick. And as for that Oyibo chick, that Oyibo girl, she does not know she is a prostitute. She does not know she is a brass. Because if you talk to that chick, if you talk to chicks like that, if you talk to these so-called sugar babies, they don't believe they're prostitutes. Because in their mind, a prostitute is a woman who is on the streets, who's flagging down cars, who openly admits it. But that woman there, because she receives the money after having sex with a guy, she doesn't know she's a brass. And what I mean by that is this. See, when you know you're a brass, you're asking for the money up front. You are asking for the money up front. When you know you are a trick, you are paying the money up front. When I read the text messages between Shannon Sharpe and this Oyibo chick, this chick told Shannon, I'll come round to your house, but I want 50 grand. And Shannon then tells this Oyibo chick, I don't have 50K, but I have 10K in cash. Let me tell you something right now, and I'm not capping. I mean, I just went with a brass the other day. I paid 150. But let me tell you something right now. The brasses I'm sleeping with are better looking than that Oyibo chick Shannon was having sex with or whatever. Whatever he was doing with her. The brasses I'm sleeping with, think about it. I don't have 50 million. I don't have 10 million pounds in the bank. But I am able to sleep with better looking women than what he was sleeping with. And I'm referring to that particular chick. And I'm only paying £150 or £200 for it. And I'm sleeping with 10 out of 10 Latinas who are giving me that girlfriend experience. This guy was going to pay 10K for that chick to sleep with her. And look at the way she talks to him. She talks to him like he's nothing. I mean, like, she was talking to him like shit. What I'm trying to say is this. If this guy had had my mentality, he wouldn't be in that situation. Now, I don't believe paying for sex in America is actually legal. So what this guy could have done is he could have went to the Dominican Republic. That is a punter's destination. He could have went to Colombia. He could have went to Brazil. And he could have got himself a bad chick. He could have paid about $100 for a chick that's 10 out of 10, a chick that's better than the chick he is in hot boiling water over. But because he doesn't know he's a trick, look at the situation he's in now. Had Shannon had known he is a trick, he wouldn't be in this situation. See, it's all psychological with these guys, with these celebrities, with guys with money. They think because they're not ringing up some brass who left a ad on the internet, then they believe that they are not tricks. They believe that they are not paying for it. And these guys are out here giving these chicks thousands of dollars to sleep with them. How does that even make sense? And this is why a lot of these guys, especially guys on the internet, these red pill content creators, they will never ever co-sign what I'm saying. They will never ever promote getting with brasses. Let me tell you why. And this is why a lot of these red pill content creators, they lambast guys who pay prostitutes for sex. Because let me tell you something. If they promoted it, they wouldn't have a business. Think about it. They are telling their audience, listen, if you want to be able to get hot women, give me 10 grand and I will tell you the secret. I will make you more desirable to women. Don't pay for sex. Those are losers, those guys who do that. Meanwhile, these guys are out there paying for sex. Think about it. Even when you look at tradition, the husband is nothing but a glorified trick anyway. Because you're protecting and providing for somebody. Which means, you have to be giving her some kind of, money. Because you can't provide for somebody without giving that person money. This is not the caveman days where all you have to do is provide a animal's carcass. No. Right now, to provide for a woman, you have to be giving her money. And in return, she gives you sex. Because let's face it, you're not going to provide for somebody who's not giving you sex. So therefore, the husband is nothing but a glorified trick. Look at how this system is set up. A lot of women believe that they should get something from a divorce because in their head, I was sleeping with him. And now the relationship is no more. He has to compensate me for that. Your favorite celebrities are nothing but tricks. You think these women are with them because of their fame? No. Is that Shannon Sharpe? You think that little white chick would have looked at twice at him if he wasn't giving her thousands of dollars to hit it from the back? This guy fucked around and found out. And sadly, this is going to continue to happen. Because a lot of men, they don't realize they are tricks. They don't want to accept they are tricks. So they put themselves in situations which is worse than being a open trick like myself, because he's in that situation now. And now and I don't care how much money you got. No woman is worth $10,000 to have sex with. I'm sorry. They're not. You women are just not worth that much. £200 max. $250 at a push. The £200 is reasonable for the hour. And if you don't believe me, go on Viva Street. Type in Viva Street London. And tell me if I'm lying. Viva Street London. London Backpage. Adult Works. These are websites that I go on. Look at those websites and tell me if those women are not better looking than this white chick that this Shannon Sharpe was doing stuff with. Tell me I'm lying. And tell me who would you rather be? Would you rather be Shannon Sharpe and paying $10,000 to sleep with that white chick? Or would you rather be 1204 paying £200 to sleep with these gorgeous Latinas? And this fool offered her $10 million to settle out of court, which in my opinion is an admission of guilt. Because $10 million can get you a very good lawyer that can prove you did nothing wrong. So if you have a lawyer that's telling you, that's advising you to hand over $10 million of who's actually co-signing this stuff, and when you have the girl who is refusing the $10 million, she must have some kind of, trump card. She must have some kind of card on this guy. Like I said, a prostitute that knows they are a prostitute, a trick that knows he is a trick, that is the most honest relationship you're going to get. Shannon Sharpe and this Oyibo chick. The Oyibo chick did not know that she's a prostitute. Shannon did not know he is a trick. And that's why they're in this position. These high value men are nothing but high value tricks and high value simps. And the reason why I say they're simps because they don't know that they're being taken for rides. And that's why, I don't envy any of these so-called high-value men with all of these gorgeous women. Because I know I can pay for that. And I can get that GFE for 1 hour. And I'm looking at these guys now who are paying thousands of dollars or pounds just to sleep with these young chicks. It doesn't make sense.